We're going to take you on a full walking POV tour of Broadway at the beach in July. It's before they open, so that's why you don't see any people, but they are open for business. Hi, I'm Carmen, and if you're new here and you enjoy Myrtle Beach videos and other travel videos, be sure to click subscribe and the bell so you won't miss anything new. We're here at Toys-Asaurus and Victoria's Secret, and this is a pretty big Victoria's Secret store. We've got a little playground over to the right. I think playgrounds are closed right now. Yikes. Ew. Maybe a raccoon got in the garbage can overnight. Krabby Jack's General Store. Got Paula Deen's. Let's come over here, take a look. This is what makes Broadway at the beach so nice. They've got lots of fun stuff to do, but also this lake with these nice views. Little ducks. Coming up on Ben & Jerry's. Retroactive. If you haven't been in Retroactive, it's pretty cool. They have a lot of things from, you know, previous periods, sort of pop culture things. It's a really cool store. Over here, so there's Ben & Jerry's, Retroactive, Maxi Electronics, designer sunglasses, Sand and Sun comfortable footwear. And this is where the candle store used to be, Yankee Candle. Now it's handmade knives. The T-shirt Connection, Splash Bath and Body, Palmetto Paradise, and a Silver Shack up here at the top. And here's one of our favorite attractions at Broadway. I will link to a video with their new penguin exhibit. It is amazing. We got to see it right before things changed this year, and it was really, really incredible. We really enjoyed it. And Ripley's is open. They're just closed right now because it's early. So you can go to Ripley's Aquarium. And if they're still doing it, I don't know, you'll have to check. As far as I know, they have a penguin parade where they actually walk them around in the aquarium, which I would actually love to see, but we haven't seen that yet. Definitely check their website for details though, because things change. And here's another one of those great views. This is actually my favorite vantage point. I love looking back towards the Ferris wheel, and that is a really fun Ferris wheel, by the way. We've ridden it multiple times and it is a lot of fun. And you have great views from it. Really see a lot. So we're looking back at the places that we just walked by. Come up here to this corner. Another nice thing about walking around here really early is their music is not on. If you like their music, that's great, but sometimes it's a little loud. Really nice. Got Southern Treats. And then we're gonna go down here towards Margaritaville. Hey, look, the treasure chest is still here. Let's take a look at the treasure chest. This has been here a really long time since they did some remodeling. And it's just funny how it just sits out here out back. There's some treasures. Funny. Then this is kind of hidden, but they have a photo op back here behind the aquarium if you want to ride a surfboard.
It used to be out front.
Yeah, it did used to be out front. What is your favorite attraction at Broadway at the beach? Leave us a comment below. I think for me, it's definitely the aquarium. What about you, Brian?
Aquarium.
Aquarium, okay, two of us for aquarium.
Oh, also the beast.
Oh yeah, he loves the beast. We'll point that out when we get over to it. All right, And they do have this outdoor section. Last year they made it a beer garden, but this year I'm not even sure if it's open because, you know, things have changed. I haven't seen any beer garden signs, so I'm assuming it's not in use full time right now. Coming up on dinosaurs, and obviously you can see the Hampton Inn across there. It's really close, convenient place to Broadway at the beach, but if you're not aware, there are several other hotels that are like right across the street from Broadway at the beach. So that's not your only option. It's probably your only option with a view, but right now you've got a view of this construction, and we should probably point that out. We'll come up by the other side of it, but right now, as you can see, mass construction or demolition. They really haven't started constructing yet. So that kind of interferes with the view of staying at that hotel. And now we're up to dinosaurs. Coming around the corner to Margaritaville, which is very popular. If you're not aware, it's a little chopped up right now because of the construction. We're gonna have to backtrack. But back when you could do the full loop here, I think it's a little over a mile. It's a good amount of walking if you walk the entire inside of Broadway at the beach. So it's kind of a nice place to come before they open and get a little exercise.
Turn that into a character photo opportunity.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that. So this is interesting. They put this up at Christmas time, and it's where you could meet Santa. And they left the Christmas colors, but they've obviously put beach balls and stuff. So they've changed it up, try to repurpose it. So no, that's Dino Park, so that's not this. Photos with the characters.
It's a storybook experience.
Storybook experience. Oh, that's interesting because they kind of almost look like Disney characters. Isn't that Captain America?
Thursday is, what's her name? Ray? Right?
Oh yeah, from Star Wars.
Friday.
It looks like maybe Frozen, I'm not sure. These are so tiny. And then Captain America. I wonder what Disney would think about that.
It's a close-up.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's the
Frozen, yep. Margaritaville, we'll get a closer look at that in a minute. So you got old-timey photos. I'm gonna get over here so you don't have the sun right in the camera. River Street Suites. Earthbound Trading Company. If you're watching this video right when it comes out, be sure that you check with any place that you want to go to and make sure they're open. I can't tell you if it's open because when this comes out it may be, but then in a few days it may not be. Things are changing daily, so be sure to check that if you're watching this near the time that it comes out. Southern Grill, that's a fairly new eating establishment. Coastal Carolina Winery, beef jerky, and coastal sunglasses. And then here's the Margaritaville gift shop, and then the entrance to Margaritaville is actually over here. And they do have social distancing markers where you wait to get into the restaurant, and the restaurant is massive. And they have sort of a hurricane that goes off occasionally. It's pretty neat.
Doing curbside pickup too.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. If you couldn't hear Brian, curbside pickup. And then this is, I think, a really cool bar. They have a bar inside, but then they also have the sandbar outside. And it's really nice, and you got great views of the water, and this might be a good option during these particular times that we're in. Over here we've got Blondie's and Cold Stone ice cream. I know that's popular with a lot of people. And then due to the construction, we're gonna have to make a U-turn. And so what I'll do is I am gonna give you guys an entire full POV walking tour, but I'm gonna cut the zigzag out just so you don't see the same thing twice. But let's take a look at the construction from this vantage point. So this is very close to the hotel, as you can see. Normally you could walk this way, but you can't right now. So you can kind of see what I was talking about if you're staying in the hotel. Sure, you've got that great view down there, but you're also going to see this up here as well. And we will be back with you momentarily. This is probably, we're back around to sort of where we left off. This is probably the best vantage point of where the demolition happened. If you're not familiar, haven't seen our other videos, this was Pavilion East, the AMC movie theater, which used to be Carmike, and also Magic Quest, and then Dragon's Lair Golf. Looks like they've done some landscaping where part of Dragon's Lair was, so we'll check that out. But otherwise, They haven't made a lot of progress, but it's kind of understandable given the economy right now. So we're headed back in, so we walked down over there and we're just walking back, but there's nothing different to see here since all of that demolition has happened over there. One really popular attraction here is these speedboats. This is one of their places that you can sign up to ride the speedboat for a fee, of course. And they go out and they do stunts out in the water or spin around. It's something I think a lot of people find fun. It definitely adds to the atmosphere here. So yeah, they've done some beautiful landscaping. It's interesting that they appear to be leaving the Dragon's Lair boat. Because as you can see, you can probably still see the putt-putt green on the boat. I don't know if that's permanent or if they just haven't had a chance to remove it. That's kind of interesting. And then they've done some landscaping here that definitely looks better. We will miss Dragon's Lair Golf. We really enjoyed it. And it was so convenient because we come to Broadway a lot, so it was nice to have putt-putt right here at Broadway. Brian, have you heard anything else about this magician?
I have not checked. He was supposed to come back, but
we will.
I don't think shows are going. Right?
Yeah, I don't think shows are going right now, like large capacity shows. If you know, leave us a comment below. This magician was going to come back for another season this year, but that was before everything happened, so I doubt he has, but if he has and you know, leave us a comment. I'll also try to look on the web and see if I can find. If I do, I'll put a note on the screen. Then this is the Kwik-E-Mart. And if you're a Simpsons fan, it's fun to go in, and the Kwik-E-Mart is actually free to go in. It's just a store, so you can go in if you want to. And then the Simpsons 4D theater experience. Again, if you know whether that's open or not, leave us a comment. We saw employees go in one day, but I don't know if they were just for the store or if they were also for the theater. There's Joe's Crab Shack. We really enjoy that. We've got a video on that. If you're interested, I will link that. And Rack Room Shoes. And we've got House of Style coming up. Coastal Gem Mining. And Tiki Gems. Tiki Gems is a huge, huge gift shop if you've not been in there. Heroes and Villains. Over here we've got Raining Cats and Dogs, My Cup, Broadway Magic Shop. There's a better view of Tiki Gems. You see how big it is. Huge, huge area. We Are Sweets and Pick a Pearl. Got the Christmas at the Beach store. Clig's Kites. Molly's Creamery. And we've got some music I need to talk over. It's coming from Clig's Kites. And we've got Sweet Carolinas and Yamoto. There's the Fudgery. We've got Crocs, Splash, Southern Connection. There's the Sunglass Hut, Tech Stop. Then over here we've got It's Sugar, which is again another massive store, and they have the Dough Nuttery. And they also have the Tipsy Scoop, which has some sort of alcoholic ice cream concoctions. And so that there's also a huge gift shop with like sort of retro candy, all kinds of candy. It's pretty neat. Quiet Storm Surf Shop, and that's new this year. There's the main entrance to Quiet Storm Surf Shop. We've got Build-A-Bear Workshop, the Mole Hole, which is a giant gift store, and there's the front of it, sugar. But let's go around here and take a look at the rides. Also, if you ever need anything, Broadway, this is the official Broadway guest services are over here. There's other things that you see that are information. That's not the guest services. You want to come over here if you need anything. And they also have stroller rentals, that kind of thing. Got this fountain here, which is neat. It's not on right now, but it does run. And then here are the rides here for Pavilion Central. As I mentioned, Pavilion East has been demolished. So even though they still have the sign up, that does not exist. So this is the stuff I was talking about that's gone. The movie theater's gone, the arcade's gone. Basically the Magic Quest, Dragon's Lair Golf, that is gone. Except the hotel and over here. But you can see that they still have Central and West. Let's take a look at what they have. So they've got this giant slide. They've got Speed XXL, which that used to be Brian's favorite ride, but now it's the Beast, which is this big one over here. It spins up and down. It's a crazy ride. Brian likes crazy stuff. And then we have a few spinners. We've got the swings, this spinner over here. I can't see the name of it from here. Let's walk over and get the name. American Swing. Oh wow, that's interesting. American Swing next to the swing. And then we've got Rock and Roll. Let's get a little bit better look at that. It's sort of I call it a Himalaya style ride. You know, it goes really fast, loud music. And then we also have this spinner, which is almost like an outdoor Gravitron, if you remember what those were like. Another nice thing is you can see, you could take this bridge straight across over to the Avenue District. It's nice to give you a place to cut across if you don't want to go all the way around. It's a nice setup. Low Country Popcorn. It smells like popcorn. I'm smelling popcorn somewhere. Backstage Pass. Coastal Outfitters. Yours and Mayan. Gemini. Love that Ferris wheel, so pretty. We saw, when we first got here, we saw some people working on it, but I don't see them on there now. Savannah Bee Company over here. Tinderbox. This used to be Liberty, but this has closed permanently. It had nothing to do with the current circumstances. They announced their closure before that. And we haven't heard what's coming back in its place yet. If you have, leave us a comment. It's a very big venue, so it'll be interesting to see what comes back. Over here we have Vintage House. We've got Hat Fanatic, T-shirt Company, Ben & Jerry's, got Frickin' Frack. Over here is Toy Island and the Southern Candle Studio, followed by a Southern Living Store. And yes, it is the same branding as the magazine. And this is the Grumpy Monk. We have eaten here. I will try to remember to link the video. And we enjoyed it. We both liked what we had, and they have a pretty big beer selection here. Craft beer, I should say. Flip Flop Shops. Masters Editions Fine Art Gallery. We've got a Tervis store over here. Man Cave store. Kentucky Mist Distillery. They do have moonshine shots in there. An accessory boutique. Old Time Portraits. And Sports Fanatics. There's nothing I can do about the blower, so we're not going to be able to go into this section, but as you can see, they have some child-friendly rides, and then they also have the carousel and the Ferris wheel, but I would say this is the more child-friendly ride section. There's also a kiddie coaster you can't see right behind the Ferris wheel. And then this giant upside down building is WonderWorks. And I have checked their website. According to their website, at the time I filmed this, they were open, but definitely check their website or call them before you plan to go. Things are changing daily. And also, there's a rope course over here and a zip line. And that part, I don't know if that's open. I would guess not, but double check their website. That's run by the WonderWorks people. And the zip line goes across the water. It's got a bunch of birds on it right now. So you can see one of those speedboats out in the middle of the water right now. That's the boats I mentioned earlier. And this decking that we're walking on now is new. This is a new bridge. It's really, really nice. The old one moved when you walked on it. This one's nice and sturdy. It's wider, which is great. Really, really nice. Also, the swan boats are back. They had been gone, so they have come back now. So they got swan paddle boats. Looks like they seat 4 people. 2 facing forward and 2 backwards. So that's fun. Let's see, here's the paddle boat information. It's pretty neat. We are coming up to Extreme Pizza on the right. And we've got a really big seafood and other food restaurant, Landry's. Really, really good food. It's been a while since we've been there, but we've enjoyed it. Funny photo op. So there we go, there's Landry's. And it sounds like we're gonna get a little more leaf blower ambient noise here. Mirror Maze. Sorry for the noise, guys. Nothing I can do about it. Backstage escape games. Pepper Palace. Sunglasses Hut. And Ron John's Surf Shop. And Ron John's also has a really cool fountain. It's not on right now, but that one's a neat fountain. Now we're getting up to Flamingo Joe's. Oh, someone lost their mask. Sparkles. Beef jerky. Kilowins. Sweet South Popcorn Company. King Kong Sushi. Myrtle Beach Harley Davidson. Mr. Ducks. Aunt Annie's Pretzels. Wet Willie's. And Horsing Around. And then Ice Cream Candy is a fairly new store. It opened recently, replaced Chuck and Ducks. Over here we got Senior Frogs. Fat Tuesday. And Charlie's, and I know Charlie's is open because we saw a lot of people eating there. Again, double check these places, make sure they're still open. Hard Rock. And I love this fountain over here, and it's on, which is nice. Such a beautiful fountain. Let's go take a look before we walk down the avenue. Nice. American Tap House. So this is called the Avenue. It's more bar oriented, but there's a lot of restaurants too. Most of these restaurants do have bars, but it's a mix. And then you got Dave & Buster's at the end. And so it's a sort of multi-purpose area. Wahlburgers. Crocodile Rock's Dueling Piano Bar. Malibu Surf Bar. And again, be sure to check all these places are open. I've seen that some of them are, but you just want to double check before you come. Oz. And then you've got Bar Louie, which is fairly new. It's really big. It's really nice on the inside. And Dave & Buster's. And I do know that Dave & Buster's is open right now at the time of this recording. All right, we're gonna turn around and I will pick back up when we get out of the avenue. Here we've got Johnny Rockets, which is really popular. Got Rooster's Restaurant and Bar. Over to the right over here, this was Key West, but it shut down again, unrelated to the current circumstances. They shut down before that. And I haven't heard what's going to replace them. If you know, leave us a comment. But it is not open, I mean permanently closed. Leggings Park. We've got Ride Maker, excuse me, Del Sol. Claire's, another fudgery. And Caraloha Bamboo and the Stupid Factory. And then there's a toy store, and then we're back to where we started. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.